In this video, we're going to talk about white wall widths and how that changed over the years. So the first car we're looking at is a 1955 Ford Thunderbird, and it's got a set of 670/15 bias ply tires. Now these particular ones are Coker Classic bias ply, and they have a 2 3/4 inch white wall, which is appropriate for the mid-50s. And as time went on, the white walls actually got a little shorter. 1956 they got a little smaller. 57, as time went on, they actually shrank down to about 2 1/4 inches, which is what we see here. This is a 1961 Chevrolet Impala, known as the Bubbletop, technically called a sport coupe, but these cars are iconic Chevrolets. And you can see here it's got a set of BF Goodrich Silvertown bias ply tires, and they are 814 with a 2 1/4 inch white wall. Now, the most drastic change happened in 1962. We'll walk over here to this 62 Impala, and you'll be able to see it pretty quickly that we went from 2 1/4 inch white walls down to 1 inch white walls. And that was pretty much across the board. Ford did it, Chevrolet did it, some of the Dodge and Chryslers did it. The only exceptions were cars like Lincolns and Cadillacs. Some of those still had wide white walls, but you can see here that they have chosen to upgrade the radials on this car. It's got a set of our American Classic radials that are 205/75 R14, and they fit right onto those stock wheels. Throughout the 1960s, the white walls continued to get smaller and smaller, and then car companies and tire companies started getting creative. And in 1964, they came out with the redline tire that was made famous by the Pontiac GTO. And by 1965 and 1966, Corvettes had an option for gold line tires like you can see here. Now, this owner has upgraded to radials, but still has that cool 3/8 inch gold line, which really does look good against that blue exterior. But as time went on, red lines became a little more popular on cars like the Chevelle, and later on Corvettes, 1967 to be exact. And it continued to be popular on Mopar cars, Ford Mustangs, Torinos, and eventually that was phased out for raised white letters, which came into the play about 1968 or 69 when that started becoming popular. As you can see, tires evolved a lot through the years, from the wide white walls to the narrow white walls to the creative sidewalls like the gold line, red line, and raised white letters, and then all the way to the modern era of low profiles, really wide tread profiles. And we do try to stick to the traditional aspect of the collector car hobby. We want to replicate the way these cars looked and the way they drove when they were new. So if you're interested in Coker Tire products, check us out online, cokertire.com.